What's up, Ravens fans? Free agency is less than a week away, so all the questions today are focused on that topic. The first one from Heck Yeah Bro is...
Oh, nice. Way to sell that.
Yeah, you like how I sold that? Yeah. The question is, will you re-sign CJ Mosley?
Well, this is the big question right now. If I'm going to handicap it, I'm going to go at 50-50, and I know that's kind of the easy way out. 50-50.
Right, flip a coin.
Yeah, exactly. But I really do feel that way. And I think that the Ravens will make CJ Mosley a competitive offer. They've said, we want CJ Mosley back. It's not like he's a player where they're like, all right, we're going to just let him walk, let him test. The Ravens want CJ Mosley back, and I think they will make him a competitive offer. Now, with that said, what's a competitive offer? I don't think that they're going to absolutely break the bank. I mean, you don't give all your money to CJ Mosley and not be able to make any other moves. So where is that fine line? And I think this is probably going to come down to, what does CJ feel like he's worth? Is he willing to take what that Ravens offer is, or does he feel like, hey, you know what, I'm this close to free agency, why don't I just wait and test it out and see what I can get out elsewhere, and then maybe I do end up coming back to the Ravens and settling for their offer or taking their offer. But I think at this point right now, it's really difficult to handicap because there's so many factors in play here.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens are going to set a price. They're not just going to say, we'll pay you whatever you want. If he comes and says, I want $20 million a year,
exactly.
and they say, here's $20 million a year.
Right.
They'll have to decide what that is. Is it 11, 12, 13, 14? Like, where in that range are they going to decide that he's worth? And also, is there another team that's willing to pay him that? He could go out there on the open market and find that not only is the Ravens the best opportunity, it's also the best offer money-wise. Like, that potential does exist. I think that it'll probably be, he may be able to get more.
Look, once he hits the open market, I think the Ravens' chances of re-signing him are hurt because there are teams that have more salary cap space than the Ravens do, and one of those teams can probably top the Ravens' offer. And then at that point, you have to rely on CJ. Is it close enough? Are the Ravens close enough where staying in Baltimore, which is his desire, makes sense, or is it not?
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how that plays out. All right, the next guy we want to talk about is RG3. Large Yoda wants to know what's happening with RG3. Well, if you go back to the end of the season, he made it clear that he would like the idea of staying here in Baltimore. This is a team that gave him an opportunity to get his career back on track, so I think he wants to stay here. I don't think that he's necessarily looking for the opportunity to go out there and compete for a starting job. I mean, I think that he views this situation here with the Ravens as a pretty good one. He likes the dynamic with him and Lamar Jackson. He thinks he can mentor Lamar. He knows this offense. So there's a lot of positives to staying in Baltimore. I think the Ravens also like the idea of keeping him. John Harbaugh was on Pardon My Take last week, and he talked about the idea of keeping him and made it pretty clear that he wants to keep RG3. So I think that this is most likely a deal that will get done.
Yeah, I'm just sad that you didn't answer that question in the Yoda voice.
Yeah,
RG3 stasis.
That's a good one.
Very
well done.
Last question from MarkEP599 is, do you think the Ravens can retain Nick Boyle or Max Williams as our third tight end? I think there's another situation where the Ravens would like to see that happen. They're two players that have done well in Greg Roman's run scheme and as limited receivers in this offense. So they're known quantities. Quantities. Thank you.
Yes.
Quantities. And I think the Ravens would like to keep them around. But with that said, there's been some buzz that Nick Boyle has interest from other teams. That's been on social media a little bit. And it only takes one other team to make them a higher offer to leave. So I don't think that the Ravens will keep the door open to other tight end options, I believe, while also staying in connection with Nick Boyle and Max Williams and their representatives.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Lots of questions that are going to be answered over the next week. So as always, make sure that you send in those questions every single week on social media using the hashtag RavensMailbag. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.